The threat of ISIS is growing again. This part of testimony today, only 2 days after the director of the CIA confirmed ISIS is experimenting with chemical weapons. Catherine Herridge on that live in Washington now. Catherine, good morning. The latest on this headline is what today?
Well, thank you, Bill, and good morning. At this hour, we are hearing from the Deputy Secretary of State, Tony Blinken, who is speaking to a think tank here in Washington on the state of ISIS and its expansion outside Syria and Iraq. Fox News first reported last month, after obtaining these exclusive photos, that ISIS is experimenting with chemical weapons. These, we were told, are chemical burns, and that ISIS is using these agents against the Kurds on the battlefield in northern Iraq. The nation's intelligence chief told Congress in recent testimony about this startling development.
ISIL has also used toxic chemicals in Iraq and Syria, including the blister agent sulfur mustard. The first time an extremist group has produced and used a chemical warfare agent in an attack since Aum Shinrikyo used sarin in Japan in 1995.
On Sunday, CIA Director John Brennan told 60 Minutes and confirmed this information about the use of chemical weapons by ISIS in northern Iraq as well as Syria. Our contacts say that the terror group is experimenting with the idea that they can take this technology, if you will, or the recipe, and then export it via social media to its followers outside the region. Bill.
Seems pretty easy to do in this day and age. How far is ISIS spread outside of Iraq and Syria, Catherine?
Well, according to this new congressional testimony, ISIS is now in at least 8 countries, in Nigeria, in West Africa, to the Middle East, Yemen, Syria, and Iraq, of course, and then to Afghanistan and Pakistan, and even some followers in India. This is all part of what ISIS propaganda bills as the larger caliphate. But the data shows that Libya is the cornerstone of the terror group's expansion into Africa, which also serves to train foreign fighters, move weapons, and as a springboard into Europe.
It reflects their continued desire to expand the caliphate, which includes North Africa as well. It provides them with a base for logistics. It provides them a base for recruiting. It also provides a location, if you will, for R&R for some of the foreign fighters that may flow out of Syria.
The Republican chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee recently told Politico that he believes there will be imminent action by the administration in Libya, though the White House and National Security Council have not said what form that would take. But our contacts say it will likely be in the form of drone strikes against the leadership in Libya, Bill.
Wow, Libya again. Catherine Herridge, thank you in Washington.
You're welcome.